Thanks. This is my first comedy show I've ever performed in. I am actually not here to do comedy. I'm just here to meet my online date. Is Francisco Bouleve? Is Mr. Stamper's consultancy here? I'm actually just here to work for a third-party food service pickup. I'm actually just waiting for my fries that I'm getting for Francisco Boulevard. Call back. I've never done stand-up comedy before because I don't consider what I do to be comedy because other people have told me, that's not comedy. Quit what you're doing. Quit it. That's what they said. They told me, hey. Actually, I'm just here because I lost my fantasy football team, and it was either there was a huge thing I don't want to tell you about that I would have had to do, and there was another thing. There was option, but I was like, I'll just do comedy. I'll do comedy. I'm kidding. That's all. This is all bits. These are bits of bits. I mean, I don't know if what I do. Okay, here's my abacus for counting my laughs. There's a Rob Conroy, there's a big funny laugh, a second big funny laugh, a big funny laugh, not from Big Funny, but a different person there's the hum of the refrigeration unit. Here's one for the blinking lights. Okay, here's a half audience. Comedy! Order up. Okay, I'll pull that back because it didn't get the response. Now there's another Rob. I did go to kindergarten with that guy. For some reason, I met him after he had a difficult life. So here's one, here's another, this one. Here's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Comedy. The problem with the counting is then you're distracted with it. This is what I learned from my dad. This is a parenting thing. It's a remodel. When you live in a remodel, what is in the remodel? What is pre-show? You want to remodel? Okay, I'm a model. This is one of those snakes. You have a snake. This was a snake in a jelly bean jar that bounces out when I open it. Not gonna open that. Should I open it? Yeah. This is my playing cards that I've never used. Wait, I should be telling jokes, right? Should I tell a joke that won't get a good response first, or should I warm up the room? This is my first rodeo. Do you know that R. Kelly is still streaming? He's providing a streaming service in jail. I have a joke about Tinder, but it involves kindling and flint. Yeah, it's a camping joke. It's a more of a premise. These are all premises. These are inside premises. We are inside of these premises, technically, because we're together. I have an interracial joke about Irish Spring. I brought a bar of Irish Spring into a Spirit airline. It's an Irish and Native American joke. It's two races, I guess. My medicine cabinet, I was checking out my medicine, and it looks like my suicide pills have expired. Ooh. This is a FBI honeypot, just to let you know. This is like the dark web. This is, I don't know, you ever have not friends with no benefits? You ever get a text message and you're like, who is this? Same phone. I deleted your number. Who is this? Who are you, Mom? You ever feel like you have a human voice in your mouth? Just me? Unrelatable? I'm looking for validation because I parked and then I bought something and now I need my validation stamped for parking. That's why I need it. I'm doing really shabby. I'm really shabby. I want you to get me wrong. I want to don't get me wrong. I'm doing just okay. I'm living in a basement. I'm living my best life, Best Western. I'm living at Best Buy. I live in the Best Buy parking lot in my dreams. I'm living in a dream. I'm living in a nightmare of my dream. A dream mare, a dark horse. I live in Katy Perry's song, The Dark Horse. I have a purse. I have a man purse. I have a friend who's gender fluid who identifies as they, he, and she. Which is like, that's what the kids say instead of shit. Like, shit. Like that. Don't pick a card. These aren't your cards. These are my cards. This one, I'm not going to tell you what it is. That's prop comedy. Does anybody have a PhD in here? What's up, Doc? I'm pushing. You know that time creates all wounds? It also heals. It heals the wounds. It heals and creates wounds. You ever mow a lawn and you mow over dog poop? Just me? My name is Robbie, so I do have a bob cut. Every haircut is a bob cut. I spell my name with an X, and you're like, where is your ex? And I say, I don't want to talk about my ex, but do you ever run into your ex and they're like, get 100 feet away from me? You ever have a gender reveal party and it's like you burn down a forest and you kill somebody with a projectile? Both genders. Prove me wrong. That's a joke about how there's more than two genders. You ever watch that Bang Bus episode where they get in the car crash? They get a car crash, porn-themed car crash. That's my kink. Crashing. Crushing. You ever boil your sex toys? You ever boil the fuck out of your sex toys? You ever afraid that the pots will get tainted? You know what I mean? Taint. What do you call expired Nutella? Old Tella? Come on. I'm not a comedian. I'm a man. Akin. I'm a man of kin. I have sisters. How about Sunday school shooters? How about that? How about just combine church and they're like, pew, 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 because pews are in church? I'm explaining the joke. Locksmiths are door key. Yeah, nerdy locksmiths. You think cuckoo clocks are going to make a come back? I want to thank your dads for coming. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I'm unapologetic. I'm sorry. I've been putting off telling you I procrastinate. I've been doing these same jokes for 8 years. I'm honing my casino set. Go to the buffet and watch me. I'm not sure what uncertainty is. You know that minimalism is never enough. They always want more or less. They want less. You see that old movie? It's kind of old. It's called Old. It's about a beach. My wife doesn't mind. Thanks for the chicken strips. My wife doesn't mind when I watch football because at least I'm yelling at something else. It's a domestic violence joke. mentally. It's emotionally abusive, maybe, auditorily. I did bring my wife to the baseball game. She's pregnant. She wanted to sit in the C section. Do you ever take your wife to a hockey game? There's no joke there. How about a rugby game? Rugby? Rugby. You ever buy sheet music at Costco? It's all in Kirkland time signature. It's hard to use. Reverse psychology doesn't work. Anybody looking for a singer? I have a sewing machine. It's a brand name. I'm not a completely horrible person, but I'm not a Nazi, racist, misogynist, fat-phobic, transphobic person, but this is a premise. That's a premise. That's called a joke premise. Sometimes I regret buying ice cream. I have Breyer's remorse. You ever eat a fortune cookie in bed? In bed? You read a fortune cookie in bed? You ever listen to King FM, classical radio, and they're like, that last song was inspired by the story of this guy's destructive marriage and his lust for his sibling and the incest and abuse he experienced. Anyways, here's the symphonic piece. You're gonna like this. I'm working on that one. You think there's life before death? I'm not an ableist, I'm a turntablist. You know the highest form of free speech is in the back of a bar? Yeah. Thinking about bits. You know the California state bird is the chihuahua? Criminals that are locked up are incels. We got Po Buddy's Nerfect. You can't spell entity without titty. I'm not a plastic surgeon, but lift. Huh? Butt lift? It's funny. Don't change your body. You're all beautiful. I have a poly relationship with roller rinks. Polyurethane. You know, millennials bing chilling, but boomers bing searching, and doomers bing dying. No, okay, I don't know. Doomer's a new one for me. How about this one? Chihuly walks into a bar and he says, ouch, my other eye. It's a color bar. He's actually like, what color is this? He actually has dementia, so it doesn't matter. Or does it? Well, we got a great show. See if I hit all the things. You ever get acne on your back? Knee? Or no, that's... You get acne on your knee. All right, I'll bring you up, Chloe. Chloe's on deck, and I think Danny Anderson's on deck now because she's not on deck. Chloe's gonna be up soon. I'm letting you know. And on deck means who's next, and this is technically we're sharing the space. And space is kind of like this ethereal thing that we exist in. And we're not really touching anything because we're actually floating on atoms, and that's why you don't trust Adam, because atoms make everything up. And and stairs, they're always up to something or down to something okay. I hope you do I've never seen you do your count bit, Chloe, but I'll do it. Okay, well, this next comedian is funny, and she's riddled by herself, as are many comedians or people. Let's just extend this to riddling. The riddles, the Ritalin, the prescription drugs, Give it up, put your hands together, smatter them, open your chest up, rip out your heart, and give it to Chloe Lynch, the next performer, the current person that comes walking with their legs. Legs are things attached to your hip. Bye.